entire business structure. Now we do a ton of seller financing to international clients that can't get U.S. financing, all because I learned the different strategies involved, how to protect my investors, all the paperwork from going to events like this and then meeting different people that have really a lot of experience in it. And you meet so many people that have different ways of making money. So you find all these new ways of making money just from meeting the different people in the room. So I really believe in this. I really think that it's a great thing to do. Like this one, we're having Mike come up to talk about development and how to build a house and that whole process. Our Manhattan Beach group, we do an annual economics discussion. So a lot of times we have Mike on that board, but we have one of his buddies coming up there, Alan, that is pretty funny at the same time, even though it's a dry sense of humor, So, some of these guys that we have coming up really know a lot about what's going on in the market. Granted, after the economics discussion, everybody really needs to take a shot because it's a little scary what's happening. Some of the, a couple of them, So that being said, what I like to do when the group is a little smaller like this is to go around and just kind of have everybody say, hey, my name's this is why I'm here, and I'm just looking to learn, or what is their interest in being here. So I'll start to put you on the spot. So sorry.
Yeah, I'm Danny. I'm in kind of single family rentals now, and I'd like to eventually go into maybe fourplex or small other apartment complexes and do it full time. So don't tell me much.
I'm just here for the free beer.
Hi, my name is Matt Barrett. First year real estate agent / investor, and I'm here to learn.
Hi, this is Moni Gordon. I am a real estate agent as well. I had a construction company for 20 years, and building high-end homes. And now I want to learn the investment side of it, so I can be an investor as well.
You guys, as people do this, pick out the people you want to talk with. I mean, you hear one experience level here from the construction side. I mean, realize the different team members that are in the room that have the different experience, and try to talk with them after the event happens. So.
My name is Chase. I'm an investor on the flip, buy, hold, and the wholesale side, and then I'm also a real estate agent, and I represent investors as an agent. So this is my first time at this event.
And Martin Marquez, co-founder of our company here. This is where we can just sharpen our axe as on the investment side to make sure that we're not overpaying on the construction side.
So you can add those tools to the tool belt.
My name is Jonathan, just a real estate entrepreneur, and I just want to learn some more about the investment side. So,
my name is Steve Pesavento. I've been doing Airbnb management for about 3 years on multiple properties, and spending the last 5 months trying to get into the fix and flip game. So looking at meeting other people who are experienced in that space, who are willing to share their experiences, as well as, of course, always looking for deals to buy. So thanks, guys.
I'll talk to you later.
Hi, my name's Anaya. Decided I'm going to get started wholesaling just recently, and I am information gathering here. So just learning the business.
Hello, I'm Dion Vasquez. Been here for times, but it's been a while since I was here. And I'm ready to do the renovation of my house, so this would be a good topic to learn stuff on my way.
Hi, my name is Todd. I'm call myself a flipper. I got my first deal going, so I'm looking for anybody who could help me find new deals because I'm fully addicted now. I want more of it. It's the heroin of real estate.
They call it real estate crack.
Right.
It's the first one, and then you can't stop.
I'm in. So anybody who can help me find a deal, I want to talk to you. Thanks.
Yeah.
I'm Nicole. I'm a human capital, and I want to talk to you about construction, and then it's 3 people, so I'm interested in the construction part of the business.
Hi, I'm Joe Gary. I'm in the wrong room. I'm about to retire from my corporate American job and looking to suck up all the knowledge in this room so I'll know what I'm going to do for the next 60 years.
Hi, my name is Steven. I'm in the family business. We do windows, custom shower doors, and stuff like that. So any flippers or anybody who needs renovations can come talk to me. But otherwise, I'm also building a house in Rosemead, so I'm going to learn more about the basics and, yeah, acquire knowledge.
Gerald Loyne, and I'm primarily a note investor. And I came out here to hear Mike tonight. Mike builds houses, so we go way back. And right now I'm looking for about $100,000 for a property I just bought in Mission Viejo. It's a single-family house, and I just need someone to help fund the deal. It's I can pay 9 or 9.5%, something like that, interest on it.
Gerald's probably the most, or is the most experienced note investor in the group, for sure. So, if anybody wants to challenge that.
I'm Kennedy, and this is Patty, and we're both here to learn. So.
My name is Manny. I have absolutely no experience in real estate or investment. I'm here to learn. I think I would like to get started with investing in units and also trying to see how to get good homes and build a business.
My name's Kathy, and I'm here to learn. This has been really helpful to me in the past, these meetings. I'm actually specifically interested in this topic because I want to turn the wisdom in building, buying a lot, building on it, or buying older homes for buying.
Hello, my name is Joshua Stahl. I'm a real estate broker, primarily flip homes in Ventura County, but just moved to Long Beach, so interested in getting a hold of the market out here. Love to sharpen all my skills, so came over here with a friend.
Hi, I'm not Fred. My name is Venus, and I'm just here to learn.
My name is Carlos, and I'm a newbie notes investor compared to Gerald here. But yeah, I've been involved in notes for the past year or so. But I'm also here to learn about construction because I'm actually interested in constructing in the backyard of my house. So.
Okay.
Hi, my name is Eric, and I know nothing about building a house, so definitely wanted to be here to see this. And I'm also interested in notes. Going to go to Gerald's meetup here this next couple of weeks, and that's about it.
My name is Al, I'm a buy and hold investor. I have no intention of building a house at this point in time, but I figured when I'm going to get another chance to come to it. I've never seen an event like this before, so maybe before the next one comes around, I'll build a house.
I think this is the first one we've had on how to build a house on the development side. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Hi there, my name is Philip, and I'm in senior housing, and the reason I'm here is I want to build our next assisted living facility. So I thought this is a chance to learn the process here in Southern California.
Hi, my name is Jeremy. I've got a small portfolio of out-of-state family residences, and I'm interested in learning about.
My name is James. I'm also a newbie investor. I have a fourplex here in Long Beach, and also working on my first flip. Also just here to
Hi, I'm Jeff Dixon. I work for a self-directed IRA company. What we help people do is invest their retirement accounts into projects like real estate or notes, something we can help you out with if you're interested.
We have a lot of our clients that utilize redirect to flip houses and do different things inside their own retirement accounts. It's pretty interesting.
Hi, I'm David. I just got into family business, hard money lending. So if you guys are looking for money for flips, we do also do income properties too, 2-year loans, for like bridge loans with construction on them. Let me know, talk to me. That's about it. I think I turned it off.
Thank you guys very much. So I hope you guys found some people in the room to try to network with afterwards, some different resources that might be available to you in the room. I really recommend Gerald's meetup as well. I feel like it provides a great value, especially with his education base on this stuff. So I think any of the FIBI clubs, Gerald has the same type of mentality, which he just teaches. And all of our different FIBI clubs, like I said, are just no sales pitch type environments. With my firm, we're looking for salespeople. We're looking for someone to come in full side. We're looking for a full-time accounting person right now. We're expanding substantially, so it'd be very, very interesting if anybody has any resources in that realm. We're always raising capital at the same time too, so any resources anybody knows, I'd love to be able to talk with you guys about that. That being said, let's get started. Come on up, Mike. Mike is one of the largest developers that I know personally, so I don't know very many developers, but I know he knows his stuff. But Mike has been working with FIBI Orange County for a really long time, and he's an extremely experienced investor. He's done a ton of different stuff in the past in different asset classes, and really, really knows his stuff. Helped me a lot on just some advice on when I'm adding square footage to a house I just bought. So thanks, man. Come on up. And give some great value, man.
You told me you're going to ask me questions today.
Yeah, I'll take care of it. Don't worry. I told him there's a reason why I wanted him up here, so I could pick his brain for my own project. So
I'm self-serving. So glad to see a good crowd out here. This is kind of a niche topic, so it's something obviously near and dear to my heart. And Matt asked me to talk about it. And the goal today is going to be to teach you the basics, the ins and outs, who, what, where, when, why, how to do it. So if you come across a piece of property, you don't ignore it, you don't run away from it, you're not intimidated by it. You either do something with it yourself, or B, you call me and we do something together with it. So that's the goal today. So Development 101. A little bit of background. I live in Signal Hill, right down the street, so it took me a whole 4 minutes to get over here. My wife Nina and our little son Luke just turned 1. He's 4 months younger than Matt's son, so Matt is my parental advice.
You're in trouble. You're in trouble, man.
I'm in trouble. So I went to UC San Diego and I started out bioengineering, and then I started taking physics, and I said, no, forget it. I have absolutely no interest in doing this, and I ended up poli-sci, but I ended up taking some urban studies classes, which is basically planning and zoning and how to create cities and redevelop them. And I had an interest in that, so after graduating, I needed to get a job. I started calling all the city governments in San Diego County, and finally ended up getting a job at the city of Del Mar. If you've never been to Del Mar, it's a beautiful town. The job paid horribly, $8 an hour, but did have some benefits. A, I got to surf every day on my lunch break, and B, I learned a lot about development, which has definitely paid off now that I'm doing that for a living. After that job, I ended up moving up to LA. I got a job with a local consulting firm. We did work with city governments, county governments, redevelopment work, economic development, helping the cities basically turn their older parts of the town into newer, redeveloped, better, higher tax rate paying properties. Finally, switched from that job over to the city of Long Beach. I worked in the affordable housing division there. We had a first-time homebuyer program, so I would sit and listen to these meetings where we would talk about the advantages of home buying. I finally figured, you know what, can't beat them, join them. I can buy a house. I ended up getting a fourplex. I could live in one unit, rent the other units out, live for free. I said, this is real estate stuff. This is the way to go. And from that point on, I was hooked. While at the city, I would sit in all these meetings with these developers who I knew were making a lot more money than me. But I knew they weren't any smarter than me. So I finally got to the point where it's like, again, you can't beat them, join them. I'm going to join the other side of the fence. I'm going to go out on my own. So much to the dismay of my parents, quit my job and went on my own, and I've been doing it ever since. So started out fixing and flipping houses, actually condos in downtown Long Beach. Back in the 90s, you could buy them for $40,000, fix them up 10,000, and flip them for $65,000. When I got them out, this is the best thing ever. So fortunately, a couple of them I couldn't sell, kept them as long-term rentals, and ended up selling them down the road for $300,000-$400,000. So sometimes buying whole is definitely the way to go. So '99, I came across some land that was actually owned by the city that they didn't even know they owned. Put a bid in it, partnered with a guy who was an architect, contractor, who I met when I was at the city. We built 5 houses right over against the riverbed on the water. And from that point on, I was hooked on developing and building houses. So I've done almost 100 houses, also doing fixing and flipping. Today I'm investing heavily in notes. I've done a couple with Gerald. Some of those notes have been foreclosed on. They turned into rentals. Again, still doing the fixing and flipping. A lot of stuff outside of California now, finding better opportunities, including one I just tied up, a 6-house subdivision in Apex, North Carolina, just in the past couple of weeks. I just flew out there. I was out there last week checking it out. I'll tell you a little bit about the comparison between North Carolina and California. You can imagine there's definitely some differences. So, I'm a licensed contractor since 1999. Big proponent of green building. It's finally becoming more and more common. A lot of the cities are asking for a lot more energy efficiency. They want to get a list of the products you're using. You know, are they environmentally safe, sustainable, etc. So it's becoming more and more popular. The buildings are getting better and better, greener and greener. So I'm happy to see that. Future. I don't know if anybody's seen the 3D printing of the house in China, but as you know, real estate is basically, we're building the same way we've been doing it for decades. So it's an industry that's super ripe for disruption. And 3D printing, the prediction is, 10 years, that's going to be how houses, apartments, and everything is built. So
I wonder what that's going to do to the market if all of a sudden you can build a house for $5-10 grand from 3D printing the thing or something. It'd be amazing.
It's going to have a dramatic effect.
Oh, I can imagine, right?
No. Technology, you'll be able to...
Just got to get in there first.
Yeah, so you just have to be flexible.
Right.
Everything. So what is development? To me, it's basically taking a piece of property and improving on it, making it more valuable, making it better than it was before. So the different types, obviously you have residential, office, retail, and industrial. And there's different types of development. Redevelopment is what I did when I worked at the consulting firm. Example of redevelopment project would be in Huntington Beach, the Grand Hyatt Hotel. I don't know if anybody from Huntington Beach? Okay, so I don't know if you guys remember, but that used to be a golf course and the Driftwood Mobile Home Park. It was owned by the city. That was part of my job, was to negotiate a buyout of all those mobile homes and then negotiate with the developer to come in on that land, which is still owned by the city. It's a lease, but that is a perfect case of redevelopment, taking a piece of land that's being underutilized and maximizing the use on it.
I missed Driftwood.
You missed Driftwood? It was kind of nice, fishing spot right on the ocean. So, but the new hotel's pretty nice.
Yeah, it's probably more fun.
Yeah, definitely. So repositioning property is another way to develop. That is basically what Matt's doing, is taking like a Class C apartment that's in a decent neighborhood and renovating it, raising the rents, and basically turning it into a Class B where you're getting a better return and your property is obviously worth more money. Land development is taking a raw piece of land, getting it entitled, which basically means getting it approved to develop any structure on, and then putting in maybe the roads, the sewer, the water, all the infrastructure. Some companies do that specifically to get it to the point where it's basically ready to build, and then they sell off to one of the big builders to generally make a profit. So development is the ultimate way to force appreciation on property. You take a piece of land, build a house on it, it's obviously going to be worth a lot more money. So, found your first deal. I mean, inevitably, if you're in real estate long enough, you're going to come across a property that's a tear down, you're going to come across a vacant lot. So, what do you do with it when you find it? And the picture over on the right here, it's a house being torn down. I don't know if you've ever seen a house demo, but 6 to 9 months to build a house, they come down in the morning. Everything is gone. By the afternoon, it's scraped. Everything is gone. In a way, it's sad, but it happens that quickly. So you find a piece of property. Obviously, the first thing you got to go take a look. You got to go drive by. Picture's not going to tell you anything. You don't know how The surrounding area is, is there a liquor store on one side, corn shop on the other, school across the street, power plant behind it. So you got to get out. I mean, that's true of any kind of real estate property. Get out, and you got to get out of the car. You can't just drive by. You got to get out, and I suggest you walk the whole property. You got to find out, does it slope downward? Is there, is there a sewer manhole in the middle? Is there, did somebody bury some old cars? You want to know what's going on with the property. So definitely.
What are some of the things you have to deal with when you're dealing with like the ground and the soil and things like that? When you're kind of testing that. What are the landmines that you have to look out for and that kind of thing?
Well, definitely whether it's native soil, it has to be soil. You have to be able to compact it. So a lot of times it will be like fill with, maybe they dumped soil on top of the the original plan. So that's going to be, I'll get into that a little bit, but that's definitely an issue in a lot of areas. You got to test the land. That'll dictate what. 2 houses, R3, R4, that's multifamily. It's going to dictate how many units you can build based on how much square footage of the lot. So you might be able to, if you had a 6,000 square foot lot, R3, R4, you might be able to put an 8-unit building on. So obviously that's going to affect the value of the property. Floor area ratio, that is common for residential. It's going to dictate how big a property you can build, how big a house you can build. So you got a 5,000 square foot lot, you got a 40% floor area ratio, that means you can build a 2,000 square foot house. So that's the basic, and that's going to vary by city. They're similar, but every city has their own set of guidelines. And that's basically the zoning guidelines are going to dictate what you can build. Go ahead.
Does building a second story change that? The floor area
No.
ratio?
No, so it's the total floor area of the property. So height restrictions, that's going to dictate, can you have 8-foot ceilings, 9-foot ceilings, 10-foot ceilings? Can you go 2 stories? How much can you pitch the roof? So that's obviously a restriction, especially if it's an area that has view issues. Setbacks, how close to the front yard, how close to the street can you be? That can dictate, obviously, again, how big a house can you build. The rear yard setback, how close can you be to the rear property line? Side yard setbacks as well. This is a house that we did in Redondo Beach on a small lot. This is a 3,200 square foot lot. So not a lot of room there. And you can't really tell from the photo, but the street is at an angle, and we had a 20-foot setback. So like this part right here, this part of the garage, this is one car garage, sticks out a little further. This one is back a little bit. This area is back a little bit. So we had to kind of mimic the slope of the street in order to maintain that 20-foot setback all the way along. So the city didn't think we could plan to build on this lot. We gave them a design that they couldn't turn down, even though they took forever to. That's California for you. So,
say it's a single-family home, older one, next on door. Do you have to ask the neighbors or put up sticks and posts of how big it's going to be before the city gets approved or something like that? Or is that just for view? I've seen some of that.
Typically, it's just going to be for view. So, yeah, so Signal Hill has a view ordinance. So part of it, and it's kind of vague on how it's written. You're just supposed to do things to mitigate the obstruction of someone's view. As part of that whole process, I don't know if you've seen it, where they have basically the outline of the property, what it's going to look like, what's the impact. You got to go to the neighbor's house and take photos of it. Even though you do a lot to mitigate it, they still go to the city council meeting and tell local planning and the city council how you're going to ruin their life. Story. I had one quick story. I was building some houses in Signal Hill and went to the planning commission meeting. And we were building a house in front of a 4-unit condo complex. And 80 people showed up against the project. And it was just myself and my architect. And we looked around and said, oh, this is horrible. And they got up in the middle of the meeting, and an unraveled a giant photo showing their existing view and how we were going to ruin the view and so forth. And fortunately, I had done enough to mitigate the view issues, and I got the project completed. That was, 80 to 1, or 80 to 2 was not numbers in our favor.